Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, the first ever TFcrew podcast. I have the Puerto Rican twink, Mikey Anarchy, with me today. I hope everybody's excited for a great episode of this first TFcrew podcast. Thank you guys for your patience. It takes me a while to type and put everything out onto all my social medias because I'm the only one that advertises out of Dumb and Dumber that are next to me right now.
Oh
And
yeah.
oh yeah, brother. So, let's jump into this thing, guys. I think everybody knows who you are, but you might as well say hi and talk about yourself for a second because I know you egotistical maniacs love to do it. So give it a rock.
I am the TFcrew World YouTube Champion, the digital individual, the conscientious, but at the same time pretentious man, the Puerto Rican Prince, here coming at you from Miami, Florida. Toss it over.
Shut up, you goddamn twink. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Let's get this shit going.
Yo, the pedo stash is back. Yo, go fuck yourself, bit. Just a reminder, I fucking hate you. I forgot how much I hate having a live audience because I'm gonna read this the
Thank you.
entire time, and I'm gonna fucking.
Thank you, whoever commented that.
Yo, I hope that Poppy stabs you again. So, well, let's just jump into it.
Yeah, you and Mikey Anthony over here.
Mikey, Mikey Anthony.
Go fuck yourself, dickhead.
Mikey Anthony. Let's jump into it. Let's talk.
I forgot about that, you motherfucker.
I got a topic. I have a topic. I have something.
It's got a fucking stick.
Hey Prince, your dad comes to my job all the time. Says Cassie. That's fire. That's fire, by the way. But sorry. I got a topic.
My dad's a Chipotle fiend, bro. Oh, I know. Oh, believe me. I'm not even gonna defend him on that one.
He be eating the Chipotle. That's crazy. That's
No,
crazy.
I thought about it too. I was like, nah, that's a joke. And I'm like, oh, no. He do be eating Chipotle.
I got something for you guys. I want to know your opinion on it. And it's not something we talked about beforehand. This is something I genuinely want to know everyone's opinion on. I've noticed right now in our little wrestling scene. I'm going to call it our wrestling scene for a reason right now. I'm not putting a specific word that I normally talk about it with. Right now, a lot of new companies are claiming to be underground. And I've seen it start happening where companies who are going from yard are claiming underground. Companies being already like pro slash indie coming down to underground. I want to know your opinion on what qualifies a company to go from yard to underground.
I will let Mikey go first because I have a different take on that.
See,
right.
no, because my take's gonna be, I don't care. I really don't. Just if that's what you want to do, go for it. It's just if it's not my company, I don't really care what other people do. Besides that, I mean, underground has kind of become the buzzword now, and that's good. But I mean, I just work here, man. So I care less.
Interesting. All right, Angel.
Well, I have a slightly different perspective because I'm also working in the film industry, and there's a new phenomena that's like occurring in independent films called the golden elevator. And that's basically where there's no really such thing as like an independent film. If you look at like the new Apprentice film that's about Donald Trump, I mean that literally has A-list actors in it, but it's considered an independent film. Yet it got like the golden elevator to like the really big like film competitions.
Right.
So now there's like this new thing. It's called freelance film, and that's where like actual like independent films reside. And I see that happening a lot in wrestling, where the golden elevator is IWTV, the golden elevator is Fight TV, the golden elevator is all these places that like pick up shows, and if you're not on there, you're not really getting recognized. And now it's like instead of it being called freelance, it's being called underground, and that's just for the companies that only upload it on YouTube. So that's my take.
I actually really like that take. I think now, all right, listen, I'm going to be cocky for 0.2 seconds. I think that what TFcrew did is we went because I am such like I bleed UWF through and through, Underground Wrestling Federation. I bleed that company through and through. Like I will get a tattoo of the UWF logo on me one day. Like the things that company has done for me, the friends and the family I've made there. Like I said, I bleed that company through and through. I took the underground thing from UWF because I wanted to help represent it in a different territory, i.e., like that Connecticut area, while UWF was running it in the Philly area. I use that term a lot. I really like claimed a lot of things underground for a while, and I don't want to say that it started a trend, but I think we've started to kick off a trend of like going on when I would go on Tom Bryce's show, not many people talked about an underground before I went on there and started talking about the underground on Tom Bryce's show, Sportswire. And now more yard companies are becoming underground. Now, an egotistical person would be like, "Oh, well, they should give me credit because I'm the underground." Blah, blah. I disagree. But my thing is, I think the underground. To me, my definition of what underground and underground wrestling is it's that gray area. It's that transition from yard to professional. And I think that the TF crew kind of like lives in this underground because at the end of the day, we don't really want to be fully professional. I know that sounds weird, and that sounds weird at first when you hear that. When I say we don't want to be fully professional, we don't want those politics that are like notorious with indie wrestling. We don't want all of that like toxic locker room culture that again is like nefarious with independent wrestling. When I say we are underground, I say it's because we are unique. We are different. So when all these other companies are claiming it, it actually makes me happy because now instead of, these companies putting hashtag backyard wrestling on their little reels or little TikToks they're posting, they're putting hashtag underground wrestling. And every time I'm seeing that and I'm seeing new companies like, branding themselves as underground, like it makes me happy. It feels like, oh, we're doing something out here and we are pushing this narrative out that I think really kind of helped came from us slash UWF. So I think that's really cool. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't disagree. I definitely noticed the trend kicked off a lot when it just kind of just it was really during the pandemic, especially like everyone
Mm-hmm.
became underground then.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, it makes sense because it's technically again, like you said, a gray area.
Yeah.
I I honestly just uh, I it's not like underground didn't exist before. It just wasn't as used as heavily. And more power to you. If it gets you your fucking views and your hits, go for it, dude. I support people getting their shit. But yeah,
Mm.
no, it's overused now at this point.
I get that. I get that. Angel, what do you think?
I don't disagree that it's overused to an extent. I also think though that there has to now that there's such a consolidation of the market, you have to be able to see if it can like what is the definition of it. Like okay, now we have the supporters, we have the Tom Bryce who will do the interviews, we
Mm-hmm.
have like the PAPWs who are willing to host. Like we
Mm-hmm.
have all these things now. We have the resources. The
Right.
question is now is what defines underground wrestling and what makes it different from not just backyard wrestling because you could be really easy with that. You could just be like underground wrestling's in front of a crowd. Okay, well that's okay, that's easy. But what do you want to differentiate underground wrestling from pro wrestling? And I think that that's what you honestly just said is like the tropes, the backstage politics,
Right.
the things that make professional wrestling hard for an independent wrestling audience to understand and go to.
Right, right. I think it's weird to me. I think I'm in that like in between phase right now because talking now analytically and about numbers, if you put the word backyard wrestling on your wrestling show, you are actually more likely to get hits than like independent wrestling. I don't know if you saw that. So if I were to take two shows that are like both just good shows, whatever, I do like the same style of thumbnail for each. If I put like show name backyard wrestling, and then if I do another video, I do show name independent wrestling. 9 out of 10 times from what I've seen so far, analytically, you're gonna get more hits if you have the same amount of subscribers. By the way, you're gonna get more hits with that backyard wrestling like name, and it's the same thing
Yeah.
I've
Interesting.
noticed with underground wrestling, where like on the TF Crew videos, I'll put, the title, like TF Crew Unhinged, and in parentheses, Underground Wrestling, and the video won't do great. I look back to some of our older videos where I do the same thing, TF Crew Unhinged, but I put in parentheses, Backyard Wrestling, we'd be getting almost double the hits because that Backyard Wrestling name carries more than this Underground Wrestling name. I considered for a time going back to the Backyard Wrestling name just for the title, literally just for the fucking views and for the hits, but again, it's like at what point are we gonna just stop following the current train that's been a train for however long backyard wrestling's been on YouTube, and when are we gonna start kind of paving our own path? Because I feel like we are inspiring these other federations to grow from backyard to underground. I think we are kind of paving the way. From when TF Crew branded as underground wrestling, a year and a half ago, I've seen at least 5 new feds pop up and go, oh, we're not, fed name Backyard. We're now Fed name Underground, which again I think is a good thing. I think we're paving the way, and I think the new word Underground, because it's such a fresh word, it hasn't had its time to become like stigmatized yet. There hasn't been time for like people to be like, oh, you dirty fucking backyarders, like, you know, like the backyard word has that stigma. You know, you don't really hear people, you dirty undergrounders. You know what I mean? Like that's not a thing. That's at least not yet. So we have the opportunity to kind of create the buzz, create the notion that this underground name is going to carry. Now, obviously, there's going to be feds that shouldn't be underground that are going to claim underground is going to give it a bad name. That's just the name of the game. It happens professionally. It happens even in backyards, like such shitty backyard things that give backyard a bad name. It's going to happen regardless. I just think that the companies at the forefront, which I believe that TFcrew is one of those companies at the forefront, it's our duty to try and bring like a positive name to that underground title. Anybody?
I agree with you, but I will also say that the reason that underground wrestling is also thriving is because people are understanding that running a professional wrestling show from a monetary perspective is the cheapest form of entertainment.
Yep.
Post 2020, people want eventized things. They don't go to movie theaters anymore. They don't go to arcades as much. They go to eventized things that they can come and go as they please. And that's pretty much what a wrestling show is. Now, if you look from an independent level, like I wrestle in Florida,
Right.
I mean, you look at the shows that happen here that run, again, about the same number of people as a UWF or a TFcrew. And it's just the name that's the only difference. So
Yeah.
I think that's where even fans are starting to like see through the bullshit, I guess, of like, oh, we're independent wrestling, oh, we're underground wrestling, oh, we're backyard wrestling. It's just like, if it's in a yard, it's backyard. If it's in front of people and there's a ring and it's in a nice venue, that seems pretty independent to me. And if it's got an edge to it that, you know, not everyone, you know, will be palpable, especially children, that seems like where underground falls into.
Right.
But that's where, like, you know, fans are going to have to start to, like, see past, you know, the titles.
Right.
See, it's just, I kind of hate the term backyard wrestling because anybody can do backyard wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But at the same time, as I've always said with pro wrestling, everything is subjective. Like, if you really wanted to be a dickhead, you could technically not I'm not actually saying it is a backyard company, but say ICW, No Holds Barred, during the pandemic where they were running technically in yards and fields. Can you consider them a backyard promotion? That's where the pro wrestling versus backyard versus underground, that's where things get murky.
Yep.
Because professional wrestling is subjective.
Yeah.
That's why I hate having umbrella terms. It's pro wrestling at the end of the day, whether you think it's a underground, backyard, independent, pro, whatever level you think it is. It's at its core essence still pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So it's
absolutely
really it's just what is just extra umbrella terms at this point.
Yeah. I can actually I do really agree with that. I think Caster asks from the chat a good question. I think kind of relates to this. And it's spinning it back to the TFcrew, and he says, "Do you see the TFcrew becoming a full-scale professional like company one day?" And he says, "If so, what changes do you guys think need to be made to achieve that?" And to me, I think right now at the exact level we are at, I think that if we could qualify ourselves as a Connecticut independent wrestling company. I think a lot of people, even a lot of fans and a lot of other wrestlers in Connecticut, see us as a independent wrestling company. I've had a lot of local Connecticut pros in these last few months contact me about getting booked on shows, and these are guys that would never ever work in a yard or never ever like work in anything that was qualified as backyard. I think that people see us that way. I just choose not to really like represent us in that way because I want to be different. At the end of the day, like I want everything we do to be unorthodox and different because spinning it back to even like just a fucking video right now. I mean, like I'm right now working on a video essay for the TFcrew. People, if you guys haven't, there's a video called "How I Started an Illegal Backyard Wrestling Company," which is the first ever video essay I've ever made in my life. And I'm working on more video essays, which is a very like YouTube stylized video. But what professional wrestling companies are making video essays about their history? Like, my point is, we make weird and different content. Like we even on our Unhinged episode, the main event of Unhinged was Angel fighting a fucking redneck in a parking lot. Like that's what's different. That's what's special.
Won.
You know what I mean? And he won. That's what's special about the TFcrew to me is because like we do that different content there, and that's kind of what makes it special. That's why like yeah, maybe you wouldn't consider that parking lot fight an independent professional fight, but to me like it's it's exactly what it needed to be. It was entertainment, and that's what I'm really trying to focus on. Is as much as I love professional wrestling and I love wrestling, I'm trying to be, yes, we are a wrestling company, but at the forefront, we are an entertainment company, and wrestling at the end of the day is supposed to be entertainment. So trying to create entertainment has really been like my number one goal. So that's where I'm coming from with the fucking video essay. That's where, like, you know, some more like really random no ring stuff. I'm doing more skit type stuff. There's more interview stuff coming out lately that's been being produced by me. I'm trying to not just pave my own way, but I'm trying to create my own niche, kind of create my own audience. Because listen, maybe if I do the cliche YouTube content, we'd have 100,000 views, 1 million views, whatever. But that's not sustainable at the end of the day. A lot of people will go viral and then fall off the face of the planet because they have an unsustainable content. So I personally, for myself and for the TF crew, is I'm striving to create sustainable content, stuff that I enjoy making and stuff that I see is different that could have a chance to like latch on and become mainstream one day. But I got a little off topic on Poorcaster's question, but I think, you know, you could see TFcrew get even more. I think every show TFcrew will have will become more and more professional. I just think that we are going to be professional in the aspect of it's professional entertainment, maybe not just professional wrestling, if that makes sense. What do you guys think?
I completely forgot what the original question even was. If I because I let you yap for a minute. If I remember correctly, it was, do I think like wait, one more time? What was it again?
Yeah, I got you. Do you see the TF crew being full scale professional one day? And if so, what changes do you think need to be made to achieve that?
Define full scale professional.
That's a great point. I mean, yeah,
that's my point.
That's the thing, is technically what we are doing is professional wrestling. We have a production, we have a setup, we have legitimate insurances, we are actually following proper channels, and we are actually putting on a product that we genuinely actually believe in, and it's not being half-assed.
Yeah.
Like, it's entirely self-funded, it's DIY, but at the end of the day, it's professional wrestling.
Yep.
So it is a full-scale, technically professional company, but it just, again, goes back to what you consider that term. If you're talking about our first show, then no, that was yard as fuck.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it was still an attempt at pro wrestling.
Right.
So it's just, again, wrestling and being subjective for me. That's my favorite thing.
No, I frankly agree with that. I think that was a great point. Angel, do you have anything to add to that?
No, honestly, I think it's like what Mikey had said before about professional wrestling is an art form, and it's also a business. Like at the end of the day, the TF crew is drawing, and that's the goal of professional wrestling, is to draw, as any art form tries to do to sustain itself.
Right. No, I do agree. And I think that's like something that I think pisses off other pro companies in Connecticut, which I think is fucking hilarious. Is that I think it definitely pisses off other pro companies when we outdraw them on what's our second or third show. I think that these companies see us getting these ticket sales, and I definitely think it frustrates them because they've been doing their stuff for 10 plus years, and they're not able to draw. But that's because we are unorthodox, and I think people want that unorthodox. I will say a lot of TF crew fans are obviously friends and family, but at the same time, I'm more and more of these shows that we host, I'm getting people coming up to me that are being like, yo, like, when's the next one? I'm coming. Like, I'm like, this is like the coolest fucking thing. And I think we're also I am personally at least trying to make the shows more casual fan friendly. I'm not saying they're for casual fans. I'm just saying more casual fan friendly. So like next show is going to be a lot shorter, a lot less matches. You know what I mean? More entertainment is the best way I could put it. Yes. What were you saying? Sorry.
No, I was piggybacking off what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe's gonna strip on a pole next event. In other words,
Jesus Christ. No, we definitely bring a different product than what in Connecticut, and clearly that's being seen by the right people, as you and I may slightly have noticed over the weekend. But honestly, I'm glad that we're doing something that isn't normal. We're doing our own thing, and we're building it by ourselves.
Right.
And people see it, and they think it's cool because it's different, and they want to try to have that little different for them.
Yep.
I don't want to say it's made other companies jealous, because I hate saying shit like that. That's just a weird thing.
I think you could be right, though. Genuinely.
Yeah, but at the same time, business is business. If you're making money, that's all that matters. It's their money versus your money.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, we are definitely doing something that is not really been done up there, at least not to the extent that we've been doing it. We've had every aspect of pro wrestling in terms of gimmick, storytelling, match types, and just overall product is different than what you would see in that available area, and it's definitely starting to take notice.
Yeah. Big Man Cam made a point that I liked in the chat. Big Man Cam says, pro wrestling is toxic. If you're a yarder, have ever done it, you're considered literal trash. But if you played football in a backyard and now you're an NFL player, nobody bats. And I do agree that there's that stigmatizing to backyard wrestling. But I think the difference is that, professional wrestling is an entertainment. Football is a, dead-on sport. I think there's a little bit of difference there. But I do agree, there is that stigma coming from the backyard.
I feel like it's not as bad as it used to be, because you got to remember, a lot of the big name pro wrestlers such as Mick Foley and the Hardy Boys were yarders at one point. Like, yarding isn't a new thing. Right. It's just they're becoming less desensitized to it.
The difference is that yarders are making more and more money. When I was yarding in 2016, the BWO had pulled at least a couple $1,000s from our Patreon page over like the 5 years we were going, on top of getting on Fox News. I know that these guys with their Patreon pages and stuff, because of I see their comment sections, they're starting to pull some money too.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like enough to pay the wrestlers, but it's enough to get a better set. It's enough to get better editing, better graphics, and to compete.
No, I agree. I think that's like a lot of wrestling companies are scared of competition, and say what you want about being scared. I think competition's good, because the biggest thing is that I keep trying to make myself uncomfortable in life, and I try to make myself uncomfortable in the aspect of, if I just become good enough and I just become complacent, and I think that my product is good enough, I just think that like it's just going to go downhill and that it's going to get repetitive. So when I keep trying to make myself uncomfortable, I keep trying to make my content uncomfortable so it can keep improving and it can keep just getting better over time. And I think that competition can also be uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable if you're running on the same show day in the same city as another fucking popular company, and you know what I mean? You're competing for those fans, but that's what it's all about. You're going to work to put on the best product possible because you're competing with that other company. But hey, fucking wrestling. That's what it is. At the end of the day, wrestling is about whatever you make of it. And I want to make a living off wrestling, so that's what I'm trying to do. Here's a good question. Spin it into something a little more positive and light. What is the weirdest thing you have experienced or seen during all 3 of your tenures of wrestling? Whether it's something a fan did, a wrestler did, etc. I'm gonna let you guys take this one first. This is from Caster.
Angel, you can go first. I have to think about this for a minute.
Oh, okay. I have a funny one. I was at UWF, and it was the 3rd match I had there. It was me versus Gangster X versus Behemoth. And like, because X is like, he's pretty much a face, and Behemoth, like, it's kind of hard to boo him. Yeah. So like I had to be the one that's really like flipping people off, firing it up, like getting real charged. And after the match, like, I'm so dead tired. Like, Behemoth chucked me around, like I got my ass whooped, and this fucking 8-year-old child sprints at me and just bam, 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 and starts punching me in the fucking stomach, and I'm like, oh, what is going on? And then his dad like has to grab him and like yank him away, and I'm like, why? Like, what the hell was that? And he's like, oh,
what? I didn't know you just got punched.
Yeah, he's blowing my stomach up, bro.
Oh my god. All right, no. There's a moment that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. And it's not even because it's funny, it's just how ridiculous it was. We're going to put the scene here real quick. Take you back to January 6th in TFcrew's first ever event, the North Haven Massacre.
Yep.
And Twisted Jester is making his entrance.
I knew you're going to this.
This poor fan had no clue what the fuck was going on. Fucking Jester pulls out a balloon, gives it to her, and you're like, alright, that's nice. Fucking pops it, does the fucking Fortnite entrance. And I've never seen a greater thing in professional wrestling in my life.
It was beautiful.
I do remember that. That was That was crazy. Handed it to him. Yeah, that was wild. I do remember that. I guess for me, what's one of the weirdest things I've experienced? Um, all right. This isn't weird. Maybe this is just bizarre. Um, I was in Tennessee RPW for that booking, and I had my match. I was a heel. I came out. I said obscene things. I humped the air. You know, my
I'm
classic
about to say
shtick.
typical. Yeah.
Typical Gabe Sayers. You know what I mean? Um, I'm out there, harassing, and like they just started cheering me. And like now, keep in mind, I do this heel work at UWF or Philly. Like I'm booed. Like I'm like people hate me like UWF. Like they're like the people hear Bon Jovi and people boo, which is a great feeling. But I'm doing it there, and then they're like cheering, and they're like getting into it, and like it was so weird. But man, I just had like two plus size women really trying to take me home that night after RPW, and like dude, I don't know what the fucking. I don't know if it's my Yankee charm. I don't know if it was the fucking Twinkie haircut, but man, it was like a handicap match against like Big Daddy V's. Like it was fucking super heavyweights, and like
Holy shit! What are you talking about?
like
What are you talking about right now?
dude, it was the aura. It was
Angel,
the aura.
I've never heard this story either, Angel. So I'm in as much shock as you are.
Oh man.
When he's telling it, it's hard for me to follow.
It was I don't know. It made me rethink about how I do my heel shtick, and I think if I go to RPW again, I'm gonna change up my heel shtick because I think they liked me a little too much, so I gotta turn it up. I gotta turn it up. You know,
More humping. More humping.
more humping.
humping.
Yeah, Big Man Cam asked me what the deal with my humping is. He says he's seen a lot of me humping and that it is funny, but he's wondering if I don't get enough. And I think that like I think the issue with my
It's
humping,
the opposite problem.
yeah, I was gonna say is it's like I've gotten so much that all I know is humping. You know what I mean? In college, like good thing the girlfriend is at home.
Shut up, kid.
In
Yeah, he's gotten
college, dude,
so much humping, bro.
dude,
He's gotten so much humping in
I
college.
was single for like one semester of sophomore year, and dude, I just packed on bodies. It was so bad, dude, that I would pack on bodies and just fucking obliterate random women, and I would make them chant company names after we were done fucking. So like in specific company group chats, you would get videos of girls being like TFcrew, 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 like laying naked in my bed, or NE-dub, NE-dub. Like I got one of like every company that I went to during that time. I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. The humping just became a part of me, I think. Why don't you guys hump? How about that? Why don't you guys?
Well, I'm asking you, how much humping do you think that you did? Like, do you think you were humped consistently, or was it more across like a short basis?
Man,
Jesus fucking
it's like
Christ.
Because that whole time you've been saying you were getting humped, but just keep going. I'm beautifully interested more.
I didn't even notice that.
yeah. Man,
That clip that please.
yeah, go fuck yourself. Just go fuck yourself. Justin Abel said that I'm a draw. I'm a draw. Man, y'all remember the backyard bash when I brought 3 women that I've had sex with and made them all sit next to each other at the backyard bash?
You brought 5. You
Oh, it was
brought
like 5.
5.
So it was a 5.
Well, wait. And then can we talk about the part how we were all then had to be under the fucking garage together because it started raining, and that was the most awkward part about that?
Oh my god, dude! I
forgot about that shit.
Dude, I was fucking advertising that show hard, and then fucking 1 thought, 2 thought, 3 thought came up, and then like my fucking now girlfriend came, and like
Y'all weren't even dating at that time
we weren't
officially
even
yet, or were
dating.
you?
Yeah, no, we weren't even dating at that point yet.
Yeah, you guys were talking.
Yeah. So she's sitting with like my ex-girlfriend, my ex-hookup, my other ex-hookup, and like, oh man, what a table that must have been right there,
Rhodes
dude.
was there.
Bro,
Dude.
and I kept checking on like 3 of them because I was actually friends with them.
Yep. That was see now that's how I know that Angel claims he's a great draw, but I'm looking for all of his past bodies to pull up to the next TFcrew show. So
Yeah, no goddamn thanks. I appreciate that though.
Roach, fun Roach story is that me and Roach were booked to face each other on UWF, and Roach went on Tinder and just like matched with all the ugly chicks, and then sent them like addresses to pull up to the UWF show and hang out. Then we got like three of his Tinder matches showed up to that show, dude. That was fucking really impressive, actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Dude, I wasn't at that show, so I didn't know about that.
Yep, that shit was fucking funny. Oh man.
Jesus.
And then they all wanted to talk to him. He's like, I gotta go. And would just dip out every time. Oh man. The fucking
I didn't know which road story you were going with.
Yeah, the good old days. Alright, we have a nice happier question now. Who is a person that has played an important part in all of our wrestling careers? I'll let us all answer separately.
There's so many. The only answer I can go is Mike Fatality, though.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only answer I really can give.
For me, it's Mike, Pop, Obey, and Doc Holliday.
Well, where's me? Like, come on now. I'm your daddy.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
booked you first.
Yeah, but I got you professional first.
True. I didn't no denying that.
There we go.
I would have been the one booking him first, but your bitch ass had to do with the BWO. That's supposed to be my glory hole.
Well, to be fair, Gabe more asked me if he could be on the show.
Whoa! No, that's not how that worked.
So Gabe, you was cheating on me at the time?
Who asked me?
Yeah, it was Hunter who asked for me.
I believe it.
Shout out Hound Fang. Shout out Hunter Funk, my guy. Allen. Joshua Allen from TVW says, "What's up? What's up, Joshua Allen?" So I'll name for me. I listen. I have like there are a couple people that like really help like develop who I am now in wrestling. Obviously, like the guys who have helped me train: Paul Roma, Mario Mancini. Some of the like the veterans within there, like the Red Lion, Chris Battle, has really helped me. Richard Holiday really helped me when he was coming for a couple weeks. Richard Holiday just broke down things in a way that I could understand, which I really appreciated. A lot of other guys within there. I would say outside of PAPW though, like obviously Doc Holliday. Like I would say that like 85% of my fucking wrestling psychology I know kind of stems from Doc Holliday, because he's got a brain. You would have thought Doc Holliday would have killed all his brain cells by now with how much weed he smokes, but nah, he's got a he has definitely like developed my wrestling psychology to the point where like I think my wrestling psychology rivals like people that have been doing it for 10 or 15 years. Because they just don't know any better, and I feel like Doc Holliday has tried to like teach me better. Like obviously I still make mistakes, but I think Doc Holliday has tried to like almost put some of the mistakes that he's seen other people make and explain them to me, so that I could like not make those same mistakes. And of course, I love that Doc Holliday gets an ad right now as I'm hyping him up. So go fuck yourself, Doc. Suck my dick. You're a hoe.
Well, damn, all that though.
Yeah, right. And so. Yeah, I would say Doc, and if I had to say like Mike Fatality, absolutely like really like motivated me to get better. Because every time I'd go to UWF and I'd like, especially in the beginning of my career, and I'd put on a stinker of a match, you know what I mean? Like everybody was still so supportive of me and still try to like help me get better after, to the point where like it was so motivating to try and improve for Fatality, to try and improve for UWF, that like I wanted to become a great wrestler for UWF, which I thought was like really interesting. And yeah, I would even say like Grim from GTS has given me some like good advice and taught me some cool stuff, and had some good things to say. So I think that was a good question. I like that. That was enjoyable. I feel like I've done a lot of talking. Do you guys have a topic? Like I had my rant about underground wrestling. Do you have something that you guys need to get off your chest?
Not really.
Oh God,
I really don't.
Off their chest.
Twisted Jester for TFcrew champion.
Oof.
Sorry, I was just like fucking playing with myself at the thought of that.
Jesus Christ, Gabe.
I thought you've just been playing with yourself this whole podcast. That's why we've only seen one of your arms.
Sorry, my bad. I'm just I get a little too excited. Happy hands. Like my girlfriend's little sister works at a preschool, and she has to yell at her preschoolers to put their hands up because they'll just have their hands in their pants playing with themselves. So
I believe it.
I thought I
respect it.
I don't remember doing that when I was in preschool because I didn't go to preschool. But in kindergarten, I just remember eating crayons. I was an avid Crayola eater.
What?
Like Crayola, that shit like was busting.
That explains so
Alright.
much. You have
Every
led
single
me.
time I'd be like,
Wait, so how old were you?
Crayola, like 12 or 15, like Crayola.
Wait, what?
No, listen, alright. I've never told anyone this. Like, this is a shoot. My fucking obsession as a kid was like eating erasers and making them super fucking smooth. So I would grind them on my fucking teeth for like years of my life.
You should keep that one in the closet, buddy. That was a.
Ow, it's fucking autistic, is what it is.
You said it, not me.
Dude, I will admit when it's autistic. Yeah, it was autistic.
Oh man, that is a.
You pet sometimes.
Yeah, I bet your teeth were shiny as fuck though. Man, I bet all that plaque got erased right off your fucking teeth with that one.
What?
That's
I
fucking.
brush my teeth every day, so.
Mikey didn't like gum. Doc says he didn't like gum. He liked erasers.
Funny as hell.
What the fuck?
No, dude,
That's-
alright, wait. I'm gonna unlock a memory. Do y'all remember the fucking pencils that smelled like different shit in
Yeah.
Yes, I used to
elementary
collect
school?
those, dude. But the root beer was my favorite.
Bro.
Mentals.
I was just about to say the fucking root beer one, bro. That is a certain smell that I need to smell again.
Dude,
It smell like ass.
I don't. Yo, shut the
No.
fuck up, Angel. You're fucking allergic to eggs. You have no fucking room to conversate right now.
Shut up.
Dude, I think that what you have to do is you have to pull down my pants and get to that like perfect spot of my taint, and you can smell the root beer.
What the? Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh yeah, you're like a scratching sniff.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
about to
Oh,
say,
you
just
scratch
sounds
that,
like-
it's gonna scratch back. You know what I mean?
What the fuck?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yo, practical joke. Anybody coming to the next TFcrew show, please bring eggs for Angel. That's his favorite. He loves the little
Yeah.
chickens. He loves
That's
little
my
chickens.
favorite.
So store bought eggs, throw them at Angel.
Nah.
It'll be funny. I'll laugh.
Yeah.
He won't because he'll be like dead, but I'll laugh. My
We gave a
entertainment.
high five in the chest. Just like when you walk in, just a little like bam, just a little bam bam.
Yeah,
when you walk
exactly. Yeah, you know.
And we'll go out together. We'll both go to hell.
Yeah, Gabe. Oh my god, I'm still mad we didn't do the one spot we were talking about is slamming you on a current eggs.
Wait, what was it?
Oh my god, I didn't tell you this, Gabe. At one point we
Oh,
were
yeah.
I was gonna pull out a carton of eggs and I was gonna body slam them on it.
That's fucking ridiculous. Holy shit. That's a shoe, brother. That is a fucking
Yeah.
shoe, brother.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
so we were gonna allude to it being full. It was not gonna be full. I wouldn't actually.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
made-
Right.
We were gonna pack it maybe with like some bullshit.
That's
I wanted to do thumbtacks.
That's fucking wild.
Well, we wanted to do a staple gun, honestly.
Oh yeah, and then I didn't get the staple gun in time. I was so pissed.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
There's another.
I text
This is
him
an
back.
interesting question here. If you guys could wrestle any wrestler from any era, who would it be in what type of match? Immediately I'm going. I want Terry Funk in 1995,
Oh, jeez. No thanks.
and I want a no rope barbed wire with Terry Funk.
Oh.
We're gonna go real slow. We're gonna work the strikes real fucking snug, and we're gonna tell like the most fucking elite story ever. And then I'll just fucking jerk myself off after the match and be happy and retire. That's all I need. I'll be good. That's it.
Give me
Hornswoggle.
1999. What?
What?
Fucking Hornswoggle.
Maybe Hornswoggle. Maybe if I was like, yeah, El Torito was pretty cool.
Is it because are you naming these people because they're your height or someone you could actually
Oh my
body slam?
They seem like pretty like fightable opponents. Where who
Wait,
was
not
the, I'm trying to think. Montez
Well,
Ford after he tried that dive, like I would fight him. The one during COVID, if people
Oh
know what
my
I'm talking
God.
about.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Bryan Danielson after taking the Tiger Driver. I probably have a few more. Oh, Triple H in Saudi Arabia. That would have been cool. That would have been pretty easy, pretty light. Shawn Michaels post the moonsault in Saudi Arabia too. I'd probably taking both of them in that match, honestly.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think those are like pretty much like my favorites that like I think I would want to face.
Fucking ridiculous, yo. Fucking
You're such a
ridiculous.
dickhead. Bro, before I even say what mine is, before I forget, when you said Hornswoggle, dude, apparently there's a fucking deathmatch tournament that happened this year where he did a deathmatch.
What? I didn't know Horny
I watched Deathmatch Swoggle.
Deathmatch.
That's fire.
Swoggle.
Bro, instead of the fucking 4-foot tubes like they bring out the box, he brought the fucking box of 2-footers.
No,
It was fucking great.
that's
Fucking
actually funny.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking like ICW Milwaukee. I think it was the insane 8 they just did this year, dude. That was actually a good show.
That's
But
funny.
no, for my opponent, I'll give me fucking 1999 All Japan Vader.
Wow.
That's dude. I would kill for a match like that.
Wow. That'd be hilarious because he would pull off the Vader salt and then you would think that you're all hot shit and try your little moonsault and you'd land it right on your
Oh,
fucking
damn.
neck and die. And I'd laugh.
I'd break my neck.
Just like die. We'll go a little faster this one. It's the same question, but Doc Holliday asks a yarder that we've never worked before.
Oh.
Ooh, I gotta think about it.
Huh.
Ooh, I gotta think about it. So yeah, someone else go first. I gotta think about it.
Oh, so we're talking about today, I assume, right?
Yeah. Or I mean, if you know some old yarders.
Well, because then you could also go like professional guys who were yarders, and I think that it's like I want to go with somebody who like I had like a not. Let me think like deep. We could
All
also.
right, I got a lightly obscure one.
Okay.
Tanner Wilson in Backyard Wrestling.
Yo, my goat, Tanner Wilson. I fucking love him, dog.
Tanner Wilson.
That's a great.
That's a good
answer.
one.
That's a great one. I'm gonna go. I'm split between like Rad Hazard and yeah, yeah, get hard. I'm split between like Rad Hazard and like Scott Henson. That's a fucking banger. R.I.P. And you know what? I'll name a current yarder just to fucking throw a bone out there. I'll name a couple current yarders because what's gonna happen is this clip's gonna get out there.
Oh, so you just want to fuck me? You just want to fuck all my answers up?
Yeah,
All right,
exactly. Go fuck yourself.
Choose 10 answers. Why don't you? Maybe 15.
Yeah, right. I listen.
He
18.
tells,
If
he tells us to be quick, right?
Yeah,
I
right.
know.
Yeah, guys, be quick with the answers. But here's a small Chat GPT essay on why I think I should wrestle
God.
Jacoby. You guys remember Jacoby? Tell me
Yes.
about the little kid. My man. I want to wrestle the little kid. No Diddy. I forgot. We're in challenging times right now. You can't say you want to wrestle a little kid without context. But I listen. I'll throw a couple yarder names out there. I think a lot of the guys at ROEW who recently rebranded to Underground, I'd have like a really fun match with. So, you know, Delta, CJ Black, Jason Storm, Big Man Cam, C Money, all the guys in that little group. I think are cool. I think I could have a really fun match with, and you know, I think spinning it down to a very popular backyard wrestling destination, TBW in Tennessee. I think that me and the Atomic Titan, could have a good match if I didn't kill him first. I think that'd be fun. I think being Gage Flair would just be like such a fun personality based backyard match. I would love. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. And man, yo, Anthony from ECH just cited MDog20 or Josh Prohibition. So those are some heavy hitters right there. All right, go ahead, Angel. I try not to take all of yours.
Jack Delta.
Mark. Sorry, not you're the Mark, not him. Well, kidding. No, I think I think Delta is within that ROEW group. I think we could put on a fucking great story. I love a good yarder who can tell a story. Not a lot of yarders know to do that. So I think that would definitely be like a ton of fun. That's a good name. Got anything else, Angel?
Oh God, no. I had nothing off the top of my head. There was a guy I used to watch. He was I think it was ATW back in the like 2013, and he wore a mask and he could do some crazy shit. I forgot his name off the top of my head right now. I would have to like look it up. I haven't watched ATW in a while.
You know an underground name that I'm gonna cite? D'Angelo LaFlame. I'm dying for the day I get to
Oh yeah, I would.
dude.
Yeah, honestly, I would add that to mine too.
Yeah.
I constituted him as back underground, but
yeah, me too. But oh yeah. We have another question from Josh Allen. If you could work for any company, past or present, which one and why? It's ECW. ECW is what got me into it, so ECW.
I gotta be so real with you. Me too.
You don't even like hardcore, you fucking.
No, but I think that honestly, that at this point in my life, I enjoy a smaller venue with a hot crowd rather than just oh no, because I guess it's any ever. Hold up, let me think. Fuck. No, actually, I lied. Puerto Rico. 90s.
Oh
Puerto Rico
God,
90s.
there's some violent shit in there.
Yeah, it'd be violent, but I'm Puerto Rican, so like I wouldn't, I'd be good. So
Oh,
yeah, that'd
you
be
wouldn't bitch out. Oh, okay.
Give me late 90s FMW.
Mm.
Valid. I like that. Yeah, I like
I
that.
say ECW because I think that's just so fun. Like I can't imagine how fun that is.
Right.
Like that's just so different and fun. But like Puerto Rico would be the same vibe, and I wouldn't have to do like horse tranquilizer before I went out there.
I mean, you know what? I'm also adding fucking freedoms in Japan. I would kill to wrestle Kansai. Yeah, that's.
That's a big
Oh,
one.
can I add that I would actually would fucking love to like if I could actually like if I trained and like did it correctly, I would love to fight in Pride. I think that is such a cool fight league.
Ew,
That's
fascinating.
Like Pride is like that's such a like a cool fun league that like also like contributes to like you could be a character with that, and obviously it's real, but
Yeah, no, I think it's a cool one. Somebody asks, what's all of our favorite matches? Oh, this is Tara. Tara asks, what's all of our favorite matches in UWF, Underground Wrestling Federation? I'll go, me and you, Mikey Anarchy, our third installment in UWF, not our third installment ever. Our third installment in UWF, Irish Eyes.
I'm about to say, oh my god, I have to really think about this match.
Angel, you got something? 'Cause I know Mikey's going to take forever.
Am I going personal matches or am I going anything I've seen?
No,
I wasn't gonna go
like your match you've been in.
Oh, me, Behemoth, and Gangster X because we were the only match besides the main event that got a This Is Awesome chant.
Okay.
And we had no weapons.
Dude, oh my god, there's so many that I can name too. That's fucked. The one I'm definitely the most proud of, I can honestly say, would be the two I had at the beginning of the UWF season, which was me versus Gabe and me versus Obey at the first ever Kensington Palace show. I think those two matches were like some of my really best work.
Yeah, I think we did a really good job of like telling a story in ours, and I think you and Obey was just fucking nutty amount of violence.
Yeah, I'm between fucking, that beginning of June and the end of July, I was unstoppable for a minute, dude.
Oh yeah. Caster also answered. I might as well read his answer out loud just so he can feel good about himself. He said him versus Jermaine. Yeah, him versus Jermaine was a good one. They did a really good job.
Good.
Yeah,
I need to see that actually.
I was very proud of Caster.
All right, I have the footage. Yo, Caster did some shit that fucking impressed me so much.
My favorite part is when Caster takes Mikey's finish and then fucking Jermaine kicks out of it.
Everyone hit my fucking finishes, bro. Everyone hits my finishes.
Yeah, I'm about to start doing it just to fuck with you, bro.
No, you do it. I'm gonna do one for you for real.
Yeah, it'd actually kill me with my heart though. So
exactly, dickhead.
Somebody asks, we'll go quick with this. What's a weapon that you wouldn't? What's a weapon you wouldn't use? Me.
Would not use?
Yeah. Like somebody said, glass and thumbtacks. Like I've used glass and thumbtacks. That's not
Weed whacker.
I think I could get. I think I could get
hit with a weed whacker.
I think I could get convinced to get hit with a weed whack. To be honest, so I got to think a little bigger.
What's a move you wouldn't take?
That's fair. I'm not taking a fucking cop killer. Not taking that shit.
Oh, fuck that.
Not even from Homicide?
Ooh.
No.
You're a bitch. Homicide would keep you safe as fuck.
Yeah, he would, but I notoriously at GTS, me and Tarzan were supposed to work for a second, but then the match got changed. But I told Tarzan I'm not doing jungle juice. I stood my ground on that one. I was just not comfortable doing that.
Neither am I. I told him straight up. I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I can confidently get over to where it either looks good or I hurt you. I'm like, I don't trust it.
Yeah, that's how I felt. So,
for you, I feel like it'd be easier because you're taller and you're also skinnier. You can make that landing quicker. Than
I just don't flip, and I'm trying to get comfortable with the flipping. But
fair
what's
enough.
a weapon I wouldn't take, dude? Like I would fucking. I could get convinced into fire.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a weapon that like.
Dude.
I don't want like listen, I don't mind syringes, but like
no.
What?
Just don't.
Yeah,
just
like
don't.
listen, I just couldn't do it. Like I wouldn't want a piercing of one. That'd be weird.
Well, no, see, that's why you do a certain gauge. I took one where I technically was a piercing gauge. I could have pierced my nose afterwards. Depends on the gauge of the needle. No, for me, if I could get rid of thumbtacks and fucking carpet strips, fuck those things. They're from hell.
Oh, I've never taken carpet strips before. Maybe I wouldn't want to take carpet strips. Those things
Don't. It fucking sucks.
I would say I think I would be willing to take a needle through my ear. I think that'd be interesting.
Oof.
Just kind of useless at that point. Just don't even do the needle.
Yeah, I know. I know it's weird, but all right. Well,
I think
Angel, what
that's
about you?
weird.
Because you're a bitch. There's a lot of moves you bitch out of.
I fucking said, ain't no way I'm doing, I already said it. Weed whacker.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh,
Yeah, he said
Hey,
move, not weapon.
Oh, move?
yeah.
Yes.
No, fuck the cop killer. Ain't no way. Nope. That's just a vertebraker. No, thank you. Tiger driver.
But any move you fucking mark.
Huh?
I said, how about any move you fucking mark?
Hey, eat my butthole. Your big behind has smashed me into the dirt. Yeah, I mean, yeah, those freak me out. Like those just type of like your hands are behind your back. Oh, I don't like that fucking move Omega does, where it's a pile driver that your hands are behind your back. It's a tiger driver something, but it's not where he actually like drops you, but he should his butt hit the ground before you do.
Yeah, that's an gnarly one.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. Ooh.
Nah, I got a different one out there.
I've taken like big choke slams. I took like Grim choke slam me on the tree. That's big dude in Florida choke slam me too. Like, I don't care about heights anymore.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I don't.
No, fucking assault driver.
Oof.
What's that?
Fuck, dude, have you ever all right? So you get them up in an electric chair position, but their legs are not around your neck; they're loosely around your shoulders.
Right.
You get them by their fucking hands, and you swing them down and slam them down on the
Oh,
ground.
I've seen that. That's crazy.
Yo, I've been legitimately fucking hurt taking those things. So fuck that.
Wait,
shit.
isn't that Swerve's kind of finisher, right?
Oh yeah, that other swerve move that he does, that where you have to like tuck your whole. Oh man.
Yeah, bro, that's scary.
That one's scary. I won't lie. Yeah, I see that.
Come on, you gave it.
Well,
See,
have
like,
you taken a pile driver yet?
Yes, I took from Kate to end my last UWF match.
Yeah,
Wait,
Tombstone.
you took a pile driver?
It was
Really?
a Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Oh shit! How was that?
It's fine. I honestly took it on my shoulders. I like fully tucked.
I think the scariest Tombstone I ever took in my life was from fucking Blackout.
Oh,
dude, I was scared shitless that he was.
Is there footage of that? I don't think I've ever seen that.
There is footage of Blackout pile driving.
Send that to me, please.
Yeah, I will. That was fucking terrifying. Casper even says he agrees. Oh man, that shit was scary. All right, well, we are starting to wrap up on time, so I am going to spin it to this. There was a similar question to this earlier, but I'm gonna, and again, it's gonna be a little bit of a repeat. But let's all think of moments right now, moments that we found particularly funny in the TF crew. What would you guys say is the funniest moment that you have seen in the TF crew? Something you could have been a part of, or like were in, whatever you want for that. What would you guys say is one of the funniest moments of the TF crew? Obviously, I initially want to cite, Blackout's wife kicking us out of the yard. But I don't know. I think I want to think. Does anyone know? So I could think.
Fuck! I just had it and I lost it. All right. Pepsi Man's debut was the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah, that was funny.
Just watching someone actually do the Pepsi Man, legally distinct Pepsi Man. I gotta reference that legally distinct Pepsi Man. Dude. First of all, what the fuck?
Yep, that was a good one.
Second of all, he comes out, bro. He got his ass beat by Blackout in like the funniest match I've seen in a long time. Yeah, like I was just looking at him like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Yep. Yeah, I forgot about that one. That was a good one. Yeah, that is a good one. Man, Angel, you got something for me? I'm still thinking.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think of like specific like TF event things that were funny. Um I
All right, I got one. I'll go.
I got it. Wait, I
Yeah.
figured it easy. Last event, I go up to Gabe. Like I told Mikey this months in advance that I was gonna do this for my entrance, and I was like, trust. And Mikey was like, I don't know what you're thinking of right now, but I'll put trust in you, and I appreciated that. And then I told Gabe like a little less out. I was like, hey, I'm doing this, and he's like, I don't even okay, whatever. The whole concept was I was gonna pretend like I was hammered and then take my pants off and I'm in fighting gear, and the whole point is that I was supposed to come from the club to the thing. Little did I know, as I'm making this absurdly long, very drunk entrance that I've like practiced like many times, like in my head and like watching YouTube videos and stuff, that multiple of the roster goes up to Gabe and is asking him if I'm legitimately fucked up during it. So that could have like really fucked my whole career up if people actually thought I was hammered.
Fair.
Thank God it was more of the match where I was acting sober than when I was acting drunk. But yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yep, that was one of them right there.
I forgot about that. Holy shit.
I think I have a couple ones. I think one of my favorite moments was when I was doing commentary for the TF crew with a couple of my buddies for the Glory collab show, and it was like Wolf Rowan and Taylor did the flying headbutt and some German suplexes. He did some like Chris Benoit move to fucking Eddie, and I'm just like, flying headbutt, man. I hope he doesn't kill his family. Like it's just like
Jesus Christ.
no fucking shame, dude. No fucking shame, dude. Just drop the
Christ,
fucking
dude.
bomb.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
Oh man, I had to have the other two people do commentary for like 2 minutes. I was cracking the fuck up about that, dude. Oh my god, I popped myself. Um, man, see TFcrew. Oh man, y'all remember this one? I cut footage of this one. Do you remember fucking Blackout's friend that when that was gonna be an angle about Blackout's friend assaulting him on that Glory show, and he assaulted him for like fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude. No, with a fake sledgehammer. With like a rubber sledgehammer.
What? I don't think I've ever seen this.
I was like, and they pitched it to me. I was like, this will
Because
go.
Gabe cuts it out.
Yeah, I was like, this will go for 30 seconds. This is fine. And then like 6 minutes later, he just keeps leg dropping him and hitting him with the fake sledgehammer.
Well, then both of them start getting on each other. Like there's multiple sets of heat within this beatdown. That was, and we were at the. I think. And tell me if I'm wrong about this one. I think that's where when we were trying to transition to like the BWO part of it, or you were trying to go to the tag match, and like something important was supposed to happen next, and we were like, oh my god, what?
Get the fuck out! Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, Blackout versus Crazy Kevin Cap is one of those fucking matches in like TFcrew history where you're like, huh. I think another
Still the only successful suicide dive in TFcrew history in that match.
Yeah, you're right actually.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I know because I'm the one who posts all the footage.
This fucking
My madness.
hooker.
Mark.
I think that I also cite as one of those matches of
all the
TFcrew history.
footage, including us breaking it.
Man, some of the fucking. All right, last question. Just name one really abstract TFcrew match, and I'm gonna go. I got two. One of them, this one never got posted to TFcrew, but Kobo posted it on NHW, and it was a Crazy Kevin Cap versus ECP versus fucking Kappa, one of the NHW guys. Man, that match was just like, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Man, that was man. And then the other really just like abstract match I'm gonna announce that was Rocky Jackson versus Caster. Again, wrestling match. Holy shit, wrestling match. All right, what do y'all got?
I'm gonna say one that I think was actually a decent one. I thought Leonidas and I had a good title match. Like we actually had, like interesting like spot like stuff that I look back and I'm like I should do that again. So yeah.
Okay. What about you, Mikey?
I actually don't know. I haven't really thought about that before.
These are things I think about while I play with my meat.
I know. I couldn't remember half the fucking matches that have happened on the show at this point.
Facts. Yo, Mikey versus Zion Fowler, someone from the audience says. Thank you,
Yes.
Yeah, no, there you go. That was actually fun.
Yeah,
That was different.
Yeah, that was different.
That was the one and only match where I debuted with that hair, and I was like, oh my god, I should have shaved this shit.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any closing remarks, I would love to hear them because me, I'm gonna go make food. Yep.
Angel,
Ladies and
you
gentlemen.
first.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. God bless America.
You are definitely special ed. What about Mikey? Because you're actually special ed.
Jesus, fair enough, Angel. Fair enough. No, I just want to go shit.
Yeah, valid. I'm gonna make some grub. Remember, folks, I got 3 things for you. Chat, make sure you rock out with your cock out. Make sure while you're gripping it that you're ripping it. And if you're screaming, she's screaming. I'll see you guys soon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys again. Make sure to watch the next podcast. Go fuck yourself.